Bridget is an executive coach, author, and sought-after speaker for conferences and company meetings. Bridget's passion for effective leadership, exponential company growth, and enabling both managers and employees to reach their potential is evident in the focused yet energizing presentations for which she is known. Her presentations have been described as innovative, motivational, and focused on solving real-world business problems with solutions that can be implemented immediately. Bridget is the author of Opportunity Space. For nearly a decade, Bridget has been working with executive teams and professionals using her powerful concept of opportunity space to transform their teams and their businesses.
Maybe there's not the trust you want in your organization. Maybe there's not the team cohesiveness. Maybe your customer service isn't as good as it could be. Maybe your sales aren't as good as they could be. Maybe you have a hard time growing those leaders beyond a certain extent. The fact is that you can learn all the mechanics of leadership. Delegating, accountability, motivating. You can learn all those things. You can learn all the tips and tricks of communication. But unless you can really connect with people and bring out their best and bring out their potential and get the initiative that's inside of them out, you're limited to how far you're going to go, whether it's within an organization or in your own company. You can have awesome interactions that help you create really powerful results and bring out the best in people. That's why your expectations actually come true, because they influence your behaviors. There is always a good and valid reason for every single behavior. For everything you do, for everything your employees do, for everything your colleagues do, there is always a good and valid reason. Do you believe that? Even if the resulting behavior is unacceptable, inappropriate, and won't be tolerated, they do have a good and valid reason. Now, what is a good and valid reason? A good reason, Bridget? In your own head. When you do something really nuts, anybody ever done something really crazy? When you do something that doesn't make any sense, that's irrational, that's this reaction, there's a reason for that. There's a reason in your head. Maybe you're scared, maybe you're worried, maybe you've got some experience with someone, maybe you've got an experience with supervisors, with peers, with competitors, with customers, whoever it is that influences why you make that decision. The supervisor called her rude, called her mean, and said always. Do you ever say always when it's really not the truth? If you're married, you probably do. You always do that. So if you're going with the emotion, if you're telling them they can't think and feel that way, if you're calling them mean and crazy, you're not talking to them, they're not listening. You have to connect with them first. If you are an entrepreneur, business owner, manager, leader, chances are you're a pretty passionate sort of person. You're a pretty driven sort of person. There's probably things that get those emotions moving. Do you know what those are? Because you're not going to be able to stop in that moment unless you know what those things are and you can stop yourself. Ask questions. If you struggle to listen, so you sit there while somebody's talking, okay, I'm not thinking about something else, I'm listening to you, listening to you, listening to you. Do you know how hard it is to listen? Have you ever tried to ride your bike next to someone who's walking? That's what it's like to listen. Because your brain works at least 4 times faster than even a Yankee like me can speak. And if you need a minute to regain your composure, take it. Because if you react in a way that is negative, that is not productive, it's going to take a long time to rebuild that relationship. And live more purposefully and bring out the best in yourself and in everybody you interact with.